Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday and it is wet. And it has been wet for most of the night. Oh well, it's good for nature. We've had a lot of sun, now we have some rain. But I am going to get soggy opening the gate to the little ones. Oh, and we're going to have 4 of them in here. Excuse me. Now, can you imagine if I'd got the big kids too? Yeah, I'm very glad I'm on reduced numbers right now, because that would be hard having everybody in here. They'd all be stepping over each other and it would be very noisy. So it's just gone 8:30. I've been awake since 7. I've made myself a cup of tea. I am that far, excuse me, that far through my book. Very far. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. This was written the year I was born, 1977. This is actually the revised version. I think I read a little bit in the prologue that said that he had updated it or something. I'm not quite sure what was changed, but I'm loving it. I've got the second book on my birthday list, so I guess I'll find out this weekend whether or not any of those, or whether or not that was bought. If not, then I can then buy the second book. I've got the third book, I just didn't have the second book in the trilogy. But if you haven't read it, you really should. It's somewhere between fantasy, because it's got things like dwarfs and elves and things like that in it. So it's fantasy, but it's also kind of quite history based as well. It's quite history based because it has lots of sort of set in olden days with castles. I really need to wake up. Castles and keeps and dukes and that kind of stuff. But it's also set in another world, so some sort of magic allows the invaders to come through a portal type thing into another world. It's not something I thought I would necessarily be that drawn into, but I love it. Absolutely love it. And because it's so in depth, because it's a big book and it's tiny, look at the writing, because it's so in depth, it's like a story you can really get into. And it's not one of these where the politics override the story. Sometimes it's why I don't get into Star Wars, is the whole politics thing behind Star Wars frazzles my brain. And that might be I'm a bit stupid, I don't know. I'm just not into all of that politicsy stuff. There's enough of it in there that makes it a good story and realistic, but they focus on the characters and they focus on the battle and they focus on each person's storyline, and it just makes it more relatable and less tedious to read. It's my personal opinion. Love it. Anyway, what are we on? 3 minutes 55. I think that's quite long enough. I'm going to drink my tea and I'll show you some more when the kids arrive. You've made friends with a bug, haven't you? He just wants to stay with you. You tried to let him outside, didn't you? And what did he do?
Fly.
Where did he go?
In the house.
Back in the house again. And he keeps flying around and landing on you, doesn't he? Here he comes again. Look, he likes you.
Oh, no.
You're very gentle with him, aren't you, Thomas? Oh, Thomas, hold on a minute. He's flown onto your top. There we go. He just really likes Thomas. Maybe he wants to hang out and play with us today.
Oh,
Where is he now?
he's on the carpet.
Silly fly.
Silly fly.
Yeah. Back on your finger again. Should we try and let him back outside again?
He wants to fly.
That's it, Thomas.
He's there.
Oh, there's the... Yeah. Oh, did he fly away? Oh, he's flown away now. Well done, Thomas. That was really kind.
He flew.
He did.
No more buzzing house.
No, you did a good job. Well done. Come on then, tell your viewers, Kenzie Bear, how many miles you've done.
145.5.
How many?
145.5.
145. And what work have you done this morning?
English, humanities and French.
English, humanities and French. Oh, you got 5 lessons today.
I think so. I did something else but I can't remember.
English, humanities, French and something else. It was that riveting. Lovely. I'm making a cup of tea for everybody. Kenzie is having his breakfast. Brendan is he getting up?
Probably.
Probably. Oh, are he
Probably.
right there?
Probably not.
Probably not. There is, oh, that's a fork. Yes, love. If you put your hands in your mouth or up your nose, it spreads the virus, doesn't it? Okay? So we need to keep the germs away. Where's my spoon?
Yesterday I had to stop them putting little potato head things in their mouth.
Oh dear. Yeah, they always put Mr. Potato Head things in their mouth and then have to put those through the dishwasher. At the end of today, Mr. Potato Head and all his friends will be in the dishwasher having a wash. Let's turn this around slightly so I can talk to you. Here we go. Right. Oh, look. Right, you've been moved so I can talk to you while I make tea. Finn needs a wee. Hold on. Go on then, Finn. Off you go. Sit on the potty. He's got his trousers round his ankles telling me he needs a poo. Oh my goodness. Try and sneak off to make a cup of tea and all chaos reigns, doesn't it? I think the lack of space is causing some irritation between the girls today. And then Thomas is getting frustrated because they're being very noisy and so he keeps having to put his hands over his ears because he doesn't like them arguing. I don't blame him, I don't like them arguing either. But I think it's a lack of space. Who's feeding you? Tim is feeding you. Who's Tim? No idea who Tim is. Right, so I'm making this tea. I'll go and find out who Tim is, how the poo situation is going.
I'm eating.
You are, but this is my life, Kenzie. This is my life. And then I think I'll get them to tidy up and we'll, now they don't seem to be so interested in their game, we'll go grow beans. That'll be a good distraction for them for a bit. Come with me. Right, we're going to read Jasper's Beanstalk. Okay, Jasper's Beanstalk. Right, and you'll recognise something in this story. On Monday, Jasper found
A seed.
a bean. The bean is a seed.
Bean.
And what does it look like?
A cat.
It looks like your bean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
On Wednesday, he
Planted it.
watered it.
Watered it.
He watered it. On Thursday, he dug and raked and sprayed and hoed it.
It went on the floor.
Do you want to go get it, Livy? Go get your bean.
Okay.
I don't think we're meant to do that to our beans, are we?
No.
No, we're not meant to hoe them and rake them and spray them.
No.
They'll never grow if we do all of that to them.
No.
On Friday night, he picked up all the
Slow.
slugs and
Slime.
snails.
I was right. I said
Yeah,
slow.
you did. And on Monday, he got so impatient. Do you know what he did?
What?
He dug up his bean. And there's the worm, look. Flying through the sky.
And that small ones flying in the sky.
Yeah, flying in the sky. Because he got so impatient, he threw the worms everywhere. Silly Jasper.
See, that's
That bean will never make a beanstalk, said Jasper.
silly Jasper.
Yeah. Look, he's thrown his bean away, hasn't he?
Why?
Because he says it's never going to grow, but he's not giving it a chance to grow, is
Is he
he?
sad?
I think he's frustrated.
Yeah.
He's being a bit impatient. So remember this. We have to give our beans time to grow. We can't be impatient. They will grow when they're ready, okay? So that's something to remember. Right. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll roll it up a bit more. And then we've got to wedge our bean.
Wedge your bean.
Wedge our bean down the side.
That's not what we do.
It is. This is growing it in a jar is a bit different from growing it in mud. So could you push your bean, one of your beans down the side there, please? That's it. Now we give Finn the other one. He can put his bean in that side. Finn, can you put your bean in there for me, please?
There's my bean.
Good job. Right, hold on then.
My bean is growing. Right. It's growing.
Okay.
My bean isn't
So,
growing.
That's yours, eh?
My bean.
That is your bean. Don't poke your bean. Just look after it while I go and get you some water to grow your beans, okay? So don't poke them. Just you look after them and I'll go get some water.
Guys, shall we wait a long time for this to arrive? I can be really patient. My dad's okay can so young. Guys, you know what? I can be really patient. I'm gonna be really patient.
Why you looked after your beans?
Yes,
And no one's poked their beans, have they?
No.
Right, Thomas, we need to pour some water in.
Apple
There's my elephant. Oh, good boy. That's it. Now you wait. The water, can you see, is going to start rising up to make your bean a bit wet. Okay, right. Can you put some water in? And then Finn can help as well.
Where's my bean gone?
Right, Finn, can you do some as well, please? Thank you. You pour some in. Good job. You're doing a good job. Right, can you watch your water going up and getting your bean wet? Right, Libby Lou?
Yeah.
Are you ready to pour some water in? Whoa! Okay, good
Well,
job.
that is a lot of water.
Yeah, right. Your bean is there. We don't want the beans sitting in the water at the bottom because they'll go mouldy, but we do want them sitting on the edge. Who thinks their bean is going to grow right now?
Me.
Well, think about Jasper's story. Did his bean grow
Me.
straight away?
Yeah. Me.
I don't think Jasper's bean grew straight away, did it?
It did.
No, he had to wait a long time.
No.
So it's not going to grow today. It's not going to grow tomorrow. But I bet next week when you come back, you'll see a change. Okay?
Will it change into a beanstalk?
It will.
And then we can climb up it?
Well, it depends how big it gets. It's not very often beanstalks get as high as Jasper's beanstalk. But once it starts to grow, we will see the roots and we will see the leaves and the shoots and we'll see how a bean grows.
And then we can climb it.
Well, I'm not making any promises. Shall we take a picture then of each of you and I can print out your sticker?
Look, it's coming.
Who's coming out of the printer? Who's it going to be?
It's going to be Liv and me.
Who's coming out, Liv?
It's
Olivia! Right, we've got to let it dry. Careful, you've got to let it dry, sweetie, and then we'll stick it on your jar. Now, who haven't we done yet?
Thomas.
Thomas is coming out of the printer. There he is.
Thomas!
Yay! Jumping in the puddles. That looks fun. Decorating the tree. It's a fish tree. How lovely. Good job. It's absolutely chucking it down out there, but they're having a lovely time. Found another one. Go on then, go hang it on your tree. Oh, what have you got? A snake? You're going to hang the snake on the tree. No, not on the trampoline. It's wet, love. Livy, please don't throw rocks. There's a bit of problem solving going on there. They've tried a net. Now they're shaking the tree.
Sticky mud.
Sticky mud. Don't touch the mud, sweetie. That's got plants growing in it. Thomas, would you like some help? You've done a really good job trying to get that out. Would you like me to help you?
I can do it.
You are doing a very good job. I'm just a little bit worried about my tree. Shall I come get it for you?
I'm trying to make it.
You've done so many things to try and rescue it. Let me just help you because I'm a little bit worried now the tree's going to end up snapping. There you go, Thomas. Well done. You had so many problem-solving techniques there. I'm very impressed.
And I keep on getting it down for.
Oh, let's not throw it back up there then, Thomas, okay? If it gets stuck, it gets stuck, so let's not throw it back up there, okay? Good boy.
It's fun, isn't it?
Thomas, it is fun. Thomas is on a ferry. Uh-oh. Now he's going to sink. Thomas, please don't take it away from her, love. She was having a really nice time with that.
I got Thomas. He's the
It's like he's on a ferry, floating on the water.
floating on the water.
Can we pull your hood up, miss? Because you're getting wetter and wetter.
He fell over.
Uh-oh. Did you put too much daddy sauce on that? You got popping southern fried chicken, roast potatoes, beans, and you've got cucumber.
You're going to IKEA today?
I'm not going to IKEA for a very long time. I've got no desire to go to IKEA.
Audi at least.
Oh, probably not, no. No.
That's the same logo.
Like, do we need furniture?
Really don't want to go to IKEA.
We need a cabinet.
Do we need a cabinet or like...
It's amazing how many people seem to need IKEA at the moment, are willing to queue for 3 hours just to get into a very overcrowded
I want my
IKEA.
blender.
People are mad. No, you can't go on the trampoline, sweetie, because it's ever so wet out there, isn't it? And the trampoline will be slippy. We have had inches and inches and inches of water, haven't we? Look, it's like a swimming pool for the dinosaurs. Swimming pool for the dinosaurs. Pardon? In? No, you can't get in, no, because it's too slippy. I don't want you in there. Are they on a boat? Are these ones on a boat?
We can't go in here, can we?
No. No, the birds have thrown seed in it as well. It's a bit grubby. It's got lots of bits of mud and all sorts in there. Ha 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 ha.
Sticks.
And sticks, yeah. Is it like a dinosaur swamp?
Dinosaur swamp.
Dinosaur swamp. Ugh. My hair's gone all wavy. I couldn't tell you how many times the kids and I have stood out in the rain today, enjoying the rain. But yeah, my hair does not like getting wet. It just ends up going all wavy. I'm going to insert some pictures of Kenzie's work he's been doing today. His design work. Bless him. He just needs a bit of motivation to make it the best he can. So he did come up with some lovely designs, but he hadn't quite put all the details in it that was asked for on the design specification sheet. So I've just sat with him and helped him. I have a feeling we've done 2 weeks' work. That took a lot of effort to do it nicely, and there was 2 designs, and I think from rereading what she said, you choose 2 designs, you do one in detail today and one in detail next week. So he's sending everything to her and saying, have I basically done next week's work? Which I think he has actually, so that will make next week nice and easy. Won't have any design work to do. But yeah, he's worked really hard on it, so I'll just include those now. Good, aren't they? They are good. I'm impressed with them. He's got some lovely designs. Spog. Okay, so the battery wasn't charging, or I thought it wasn't charging because the light didn't go green. Left it on well over 24 hours. I was like, this can't be right. But the garage was going to send me a battery home with my friend that works in the garage. And I just said to Lee when he got in from work, would you mind just fitting the battery? Just see if it's got any charge in it. And he came back in and he said it's fired up straight away. So it must have charged it, despite the fact that it didn't go green. But I'm wondering if actually Rubid's dad has forgotten maybe actually the details of his charger, and that actually it doesn't go green, it just stays red. So that's good news. He said it started straight away, no issues whatsoever. So I can drive Spog up tomorrow. I am meeting a mum tomorrow who has been booked in with me. We're going to have a walk, as long as it's not chucking it down, around the green at a socially distanced spot. So she has a baby who was born in March, just before the lockdown. And she messaged me when she was first pregnant saying, when should she try and book him in? And I said, I'll put you on the waiting list now, because I've got a 2-year waiting list. So pretty much from the start of her pregnancy, she's been booked in with me. And now he's born. Yeah, I'm going to meet her and him. And he should be starting with me in January. I put something on Facebook earlier on about I've never been a sheep, and I'm glad I'm not a sheep, because it amazes me. I know we've got to get economy up and running, and I know people need to go back to buying stuff, but people are acting like the virus has gone away. They really are. I mean, I've seen Primark open, and I said, Kenzie needs tracksuit bottoms. I need underwear. I mean, we won't even talk about my knicker situation, because, well, let's just put it this way. The elastic of my knickers joined with the bra in the washing machine, and I ended up with an underwear bundle. Okay? That's all you need to know. So it's a situation where I do need to go and get some, but I'm not going to go and get some. I'm not going to go into Primark and stand there with all these people. I refuse. I mean, Primark is bad enough as it is for crowds and long queues. I mean, can you imagine what it's like now? And I said to Lee, they're going to be queued up round the block. And then we saw pictures of them zigzagged, queued, like, it's madness. McDonald's and, you know, people in cars causing traffic jams, queuing for the drive-through. You really need a McDonald's that badly. And IKEA, I mean, I love IKEA. I love IKEA like the next IKEA lover, especially the meatballs. But I'm not prepared to go and stand in a 4-hour queue that goes around the car park and into the multi-storey and down the road to go and buy Swedish meatballs. It's not happening. I just don't know what's wrong with people. And there were even people being interviewed that were saying, oh, I've booked the day off work to go to Primark. Oh my good Lord. So, yes, I had a little bit of a vent on Facebook. Just like, seriously, I'm not a sheep. I don't bar. And thank goodness, because you know what? That's where herd immunity comes in. These people can go and do all of that, and they can all catch the virus and create a bit of herd immunity and be the guinea pigs while we're waiting for this new treatment that seems to be going very well. That the UK have found, and hopefully eventually a vaccine. So you probably don't need to hear me finish my rant. You get the gist. Anyway, so yes, tomorrow I'm meeting this lovely lady and her baby for a socially distanced walk around the green, and Kenzie and I are taking Spog up to the garage, and then we're going to walk home because the road is going to be closed off. You wait for this, people. My village is going to be closed off for 20 weeks. Because the road is collapsing. So that's a big job. 20 weeks. It is hopefully going to benefit us in many ways. No through traffic. And if the motorway has an accident, they can't drive everybody through our village. And as we get to winter, that tends to happen more. We tend to get more accidents and the motorway closes. That's been one of the benefits. Nobody's been on the motorway. Nobody's had any accidents. So that's great for those people. It's great for the emergency services, and it's great for the village because we don't become the motorway. So yeah. Anyway, enough of my ranting. You don't tune in for my ranting. So look after yourselves, stay safe, and thanks for watching.